Sup KBA Squad, this is Hero Drop 3, the first of the larger pulls in the season. Last 2 weeks, we had it focused on the new season heroes, Flare and Cyclone, but now it's breaking out the wider pull, and it's also where the new wishlist function, and of course talk through the overall worth of these heroes and whether you should be dipping into this. Now before we get started, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor Leo's VIP Club. Get direct access to the APC and base skins, including the new Storm Bomber that gives might plus 3% and troop marching speed plus 3%, giving you a nice balance for your Eden season to get to tiles, gates, world center faster, while also strengthening up your heroes. If you're looking to pick up and purchase any skins directly, check out Leo's VIP Club. I'll put the link down below. Right, so Hero Drop 3, it is featuring these 4 such as Scorpion, Dawn, Kamikaze, and Heroes and Heaven's Redemption. They sit alongside a wider group, a total of 8, and they are Betrayed, Koshe, Patriot, and Wanderer. Now this one is kind of going to be a mixed bag, and of course depends on your development, where you might have heroes max and overall the worth of certain heroes balanced against the more riskier and the less desirable heroes. Now with those 8, we have the wishlist function that we see down below, and you can see I've placed a Dawn in here. It simply says you are more likely to have the heroes in your wish list in season recruitment. You can of course select and adjust this at any moment, whether you've got a hero from one of your pools and you continue and decide that you want to focus it on a different hero. So of course you can choose a Dawn, a Scorpion. Let's just select Kamikaze, and you get a miniature version of that icon. Does that really increase the likelihood of getting those heroes? No, but does it increase the chance of that hero appearing when you actually get a hero from your ticker pools? Yes. So first off, just to make it clear, if you click the eye icon on the right, that is actually going to give you the probability breakdowns of how likely you are to get a hero. By experience and averages, that was kind of around the 80. This season it has been far better in terms of ticket pulls than last season, which kind of topped out at 100. I will still err more on caution and say you would need more around 80 to 90-ish to really guarantee yourself and not fall short of super tickets if you are looking to drop. Now if we go to season recruitment SN and SX, SN I'm not sure what that is, but I guess that's just any season hero, including SX, like these hero recruitments. You can see it's only 1.44% of a chance outside of all of the other heroes and pulls that is going to be a seasonal hero, and in this case a season X hero. So just 1.44%. The wish list does not change that probability. What it does do is, out of the 8 heroes of that 1.44% chance, you're going to effectively slightly increase and make it more favorable to the hero that you put in the wish list. Of course there's still a chance for all of these heroes, so of course if you break it down 1/8 or 1.44, you might see it slightly higher, in this case Kamikaze, that it could be him, but it's really not going to make that much of a difference in terms of your tickets. So always 80, 90, of course any lower awesome, but that's kind of the general rule of thumb. And then when you get the hero, there's still a chance that you can get the lower quality heroes. So now that wishlist function is out of the way, it's a nice addition. It's kind of seen as maybe giving a little bit more fairness for the last shelter community, but in reality you just have to see it as it's hardly pushing the needle in that respect. Luck is just down to luck. RNG gods, the fates, what it is. So whatever hero you get, I kind of just see it as, you know, business as usual with how lucky or unlucky you get. Now let's obviously talk about the overall worth of this pull. This one is again a very tough one. It's not the best pull if you consider the larger hero drops that are coming over the next 4 or 3 weeks. So of course the first 2 weeks are generally the best in terms of high probability and a likelihood of getting duplicates in those heroes. But of course that is dependent on whether those heroes are what you are going for. If you dipped in that and you kind of wanted a second chance and don't mind picking up the wider variety of heroes that you might want to also develop, then that's where these larger pools come in. In terms of the top heroes, I would place probably Dawn and Heaven's Redemption and Kamikaze right at the top. Scorpion sits just underneath, or at least similar to, say, Kamikaze, whereas Koshe underneath that, and then Betrayed, Patriot just average, and then Wanderer kind of being the worst. So in my opinion, I think Dawn and Heaven's Redemption. Kamikaze, he has always been really strong and solid. He has sort of fallen down some of the meta APCs, even though as a hero he is quality. We have seen Heaven's Redemption really rise up in terms of Heaven's, Death Rider and Retrograder. That is always being a nice counter to the other metas. Scorpion, he will kind of feature in that Siren, Dawn, Scorpion APC, so still very strong, but again, he is the troop recovery block guy, similar to Wrath. So if you do have a max Wrath, Scorpion, while maybe being a bit more efficient, Wrath obviously has the benefits of being a vehicle hero, much more agile to work with, but Scorpion is still being very solid. So any of those four are going to do you wonders, and again, it really depends on who you want to target. Koshe, I still rate highly, especially if you do have Nomad, Ana. Can also work with Cyclone and still being a very proficient shooter combo. You don't really see him in that many mixed combos, if any. He's more of a pure outright shooter guy, and while he doesn't really feature in much of the metas, it's still a decent pickup and has good versatility to play with others, with his defensiveness and his offensive attacks. Betrayed, he's okay, but honestly, definitely one of the less desirable. Patriots being even lower than that, and then Wanderer really being the thorn in the overall bushes of flowers, shall we say. So it's definitely a mixed bag. You're kind of going 50-50. If you're going for the wide acceptable range, then you might see a bit of a 60-40, but I would say Dawn, Kamikaze, Heaven's Redemption are generally the must picks, and then Scorpion also being excellent in this. Being a pool of 8 is much wider than some of the next 2 weeks, which are a little bit more on the 7. This is where you are going to find last season's Dawn and Scorpion, so after this you would have to wait until the new season. Next week it will start adding in Flare and Cyclone, so this is a great and final chance for you to pick up last season's heroes and also flesh out more of your support guys. So if you're already set for damage dealers and kind of want those top meta heroes to flesh around those APCs, this is decent. But if you are waiting for damage dealers, then possibly week 4 and week 5 would suit you more, which will feature Death Rider and then a Siren and a Huntress. So for me personally, I just have one maxed hero, Heaven's Redemption. There's definitely a few that I would like, so just getting third copy of Dawn. You can see here, Kamikaze's kind of been stuck on a second copy for a while now. Koshe, just one left to max, and I've actually been enjoying him. And like I mentioned, Heaven's Redemption being the only one max. So for me, it's decent. Very low chance of getting a duplicate, a necessary one, but mixed in with Wanderer. Luckily, over the past couple of seasons, I've not had Wanderer for a while because I simply just avoid him. I know my luck in this game and it's not great. No matter the kind of heroes that I target or would prefer, they always give me something else. So if you don't have that many tickets, obviously just pass, because it would kind of suck getting a Wanderer. The chances of getting him is pretty low. Then if you want to go for it, more power to you. Just assess that the risk you need to accept if you get those guys, not to beat yourself up too much about it, because that's the nature of these drops. Thanks a lot for joining me, KBA Squad. Make sure you subscribe to my Phoenix Plays YouTube channel for more Last Shelter and more games. You can check out the playlist down below. I'll be fleshing it out so you can get a bit more specific on the kind of stuff you want to see from Last Shelter. Check out my website, onetechtraveler.com, for more free tutorials, guides, and everything across travel, tech, gaming, and gear reviews. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, keep being awesome. Peace.